There are few things in this life that bring me joy. Okay, I'm not that sad. And one of those things, besides being my own hair colorist, is watching movies and TV shows. I can't get over how good I look. I mean, it's just, I guess if you like actually try and you actually do your hair and you just actually put on some makeup, I mean, beauty. One of my favorite things to do is find hidden gem TV shows and movies. Now this video, particularly I'm going to be talking about TV shows. So I have compiled a list of 15 TV shows that I think are underrated. With the TV shows, I'm going to be giving you the most brief plots that I can make. I'm going to try to condense these down so short. I'll also be telling you where you can watch it. How is this already 6 minutes? I haven't said a single thing on my list yet. Oh, God. First on my list is a show called Instant Star. Instant Star, the show about a girl named Jude Harrison, and she wins an American Idol type competition called Instant Star. And with winning that, she gets signed to a record label. The show is basically about her trying to deal with the unknown factors of becoming famous and making hit music. Instant Star is not on any streaming services that I know of, so I'm not 100% sure where you can watch this one. Sorry. Next on my list is Roswell. Now there are 2 Roswells, and I'm talking about the original Roswell. Roswell is about 3 aliens named Max, Isabel, and Michael, and our main character, Liz. Max, Isabel, and Michael crash land in Roswell, New Mexico. And when they crash land, they be humans. They be in human form. Years pass, they're in high school, and the real plot of our story starts when Max saves Liz's life when she gets shot. And what makes that so crazy is that he uses his alien powers to do so. From that point on, people start becoming suspicious of our 3 aliens, of actually being different. So they're finding themselves, for the first time, having to actually protect their identity, which is something they've really never had to do because nobody suspected them of being different. Because why would they? Another cool plot about this show is that our aliens really don't know much about where they came from and who they are. So they're trying to discover more about their alien side. Their alien side? Their alien side. Oh, crap. I didn't tell you where you could watch it. Didn't tell you where you could watch it. Back the hat on, back the hat, back the hat, back the hat. Now you can watch Roswell on Hulu. Next one on my list is Find Me in Paris. Find Me in Paris is about a Russian princess named Helena Grisky, or Lena. Now, Lena's boyfriend Henry, his family, they're time travelers, and he doesn't know about it. Now they're from the year 1905. So they time travel using timepieces that are necklaces. Henry finds one of those timepieces and gives it to Lena as a gift, and she accidentally time travels to the present. Lena is a ballerina, so she was studying ballet in 1905 in Paris. So she time travels to Paris 2018. Because of mistaken identity, she starts attending a ballet school in the present. So Lena is trying to not only get home, but the villains of the show are actually trying to get her timepiece. So she's trying to protect herself and her timepiece while learning some modern dance in our Paris ballet school. I don't know if I liked my explanation of that. You can watch Find Me in Paris on Hulu. The next on our list is Pushing Daisies. Pushing Daisies is about a pie maker named Ned. And Ned discovers at a young age that he has the gift to touch dead objects or people and bring them back to life. He discovers this when his mother dies and he touches her and she comes back to life. The thing that he doesn't understand about his gift is that if you touch a dead thing and keep it alive for longer than 60 seconds, something else has to die in its place. Also, if you touch that thing again, it will go back to being dead, but this time forever. There's no bringing it back. No touchy. Consequence for him bringing back his mother is that his best friend, are they even friends? Are they even best friends? Or do they just kind of like just see each other and acknowledge each other? Or did they just play that one time? They're not even friends. I don't think they're friends. I think they just kind of like know of each other. So his neighbor, her and her father, are playing outside, and the father dies because he keeps his mom alive. My mom is racing up the stairs with my dog. She beat him. Good job, Mom. Years pass and Ned becomes the pie maker. Now Ned, as well as being the pie maker, has a little side job. Now his side job is he works for the PI, and basically what they do is they go to the morgue, they go and touch dead bodies, find out who killed them, and then they go collect the reward for finding out who killed them. All of a sudden, I don't know what happened. Now I have my dog. He's a cute dog, right? You see him? Can you come lay down? As I was saying, I'm not really sure how this works because technically you have to prove that the person killed the person. You know, they can't just take your word for it that, you know, this guy killed him. You're supposed to believe that the people believe that they know that this person killed that person. No questions asked. None. Well, things change when Chuck, who is his neighbor, the neighbor whose father he killed accidentally, Chuck dies. Ned goes to... Oh my god. The noisiest dogs in this neighborhood. Look at, not my dog, look at him. He's an angel over there, an angelito. Ned goes to solve Chuck's murder. Only thing is that when Ned brings Chuck back to life, he doesn't want to kill her again. So he actually keeps her alive. Starting to see the plot? So really our plot here is that Ned has to keep the fact that Chuck is alive a secret. And he also goes and solves more cases. And then the thing, you know, that you really wouldn't think about is that he can never touch her again. So you can watch Pushing Daisies on something called the CW Seed. I believe it's a part of the CW. And you can watch it for free on there, so yeah. Next on my list is Iron Man Armored Adventures. Now, Iron Man Armored Adventures is a show that me and my sisters just randomly stumbled across. Or they probably found it and showed it to me, because they'll probably argue against that if I say that. Really simple, easy plot. So just imagine that Iron Man became Iron Man when he was the age of Spider-Man. And that's what happens in the show. Tony becomes Iron Man while he's still in high school. Still got Brody, still got Pepper, still got, I don't even know what that villain's name is. Still got villains. Now, you can, I'm pretty sure, only watch this on Disney Plus right now. Number 6 on my list is Deception. Deception is about twin magicians, and they're very famous. Well, one of them is. I'll explain. So, Cameron Black and Jonathan Black. They're, like I said, famous magicians, but the world doesn't know about Jonathan, and they use that for their magic. So things sort of change when Jonathan, he gets accused of murder and he gets thrown in jail. Cameron, being apparently the only person who cares, his goal is to now get his brother out of jail and solve his case. Cameron gets in cahoots with the FBI and wants them to help him with his brother's case. While that is happening, Cameron also helps the FBI with some of their cases, because I guess being a magician and knowing deception, he's able to solve these cases in a way, I guess, that other FBI agents can't. Really good show. I was really upset when it got canceled because I watched every single episode while it was airing just to make sure that it didn't get canceled. And it got canceled. The only place that you can watch Deception is if you buy it digitally off of Amazon, or you buy the actual hard copy. Lost in Austen is next on my list. Lost in Austen is about a girl who is obsessed with Pride and Prejudice. One day, Elizabeth Bennet shows up in her house. Elizabeth Bennet shows the girl that she has a door to the back of her shower, and she walks through the door and it shuts behind her, leaving Elizabeth Bennet in the future and her in what is, that she doesn't know, Pride and Prejudice. So she soon discovers where she is and that she's basically at the beginning of the book. So she's trying to find out how she can get home, how she can get Elizabeth back, while making sure the plot of the story actually happens. You can only watch Lost in Austen if you buy it digitally off of Amazon, or I think they have an actual DVD on there as well. The next 3 are Italian miniseries that me and my sisters literally just stumbled across on Amazon and just gave a chance and watched them, and they turned out to be amazing. I love it when that happens. I love it when you give a show a chance and it turns out amazing. Also, the great thing about these is that they're really easy to explain because all of them are princess stories. So, the first in the Italian miniseries is 1001 Nights. Basically, this is Aladdin, except it's kind of not. Let me explain. 1001 Nights is a story about a princess, and she is in search of a king. Aren't we all? So she finds the king she's looking for, and he captures her. The thing that the king doesn't know is that he has had his, like, memory erased. So him being all gung-ho, he's about to just kill her. He doesn't care who she is. He's like, bye. No. She keeps herself alive by telling him a story. She's like, hey, can I tell you a story? If you're not entertained, you can kill me in the morning. And he's like, okay. Not sure why, because he's so gung-ho on killing her. She starts telling him the story of them and how they met and fell in love, hoping that it will jog his memory. So she actually keeps herself alive for like 3 or 4 days doing this. Because in the morning, he's so interested in hearing more of the story. He's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna keep you alive for 1 more day, you know? Yeah, that's it. That's all I can say, you know? Like I said, that one is available on Amazon Prime. Next in our Italian miniseries is Cinderella. So this is basically just the story of Cinderella, except with some minor differences. Them, firstly, being in a different time. They're in the 50s in this, and they're in Rome, Italy. The differences in this Cinderella is what actually makes it so refreshing to watch, because it's not like exactly the same as the Cinderella. It obviously has the same Cinderella plot, but there's details of it that are very different. This one is also, like I said, available on Amazon Prime to watch. Last in the Italian miniseries is Beauty and the Beast. Now, Beauty and the Beast is just Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, there's really not much to say about this because it literally follows the plot of Beauty and the Beast. Except, definitely, there is a bunch of minor differences. The overall plot is Beauty and the Beast. I just think it's very refreshing to find a fairy tale that you like and see a new spin on it. I don't know, you ever be seeing these people try to remake these princess stories and they're just god awful. Like, the acting sucks, the budget sucks, like, the story sucks, it just, everything sucks. That's not what happened with these. These guys are awesome. And again, that one is available on Amazon Prime. Next on our list is Little Lunch. Little Lunch is an Australian show. Firstly, to explain what Little Lunch is. Now I had to look this up, so I could totally be wrong, because we're trusting the internet. Little Lunch is a snack that you have during recess. It's like a little lunch. But correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not Australian. So Little Lunch is a show about a bunch of kids in primary school and sort of the adventures that they have during Little Lunch. Another cute thing about Little Lunch is that they will talk to the camera, sort of like The Office. I just think it adds just such a cuteness to the show that they do that. So you used to be able to watch Little Lunch and all of the specials for Little Lunch on Netflix, but now it's not on Netflix anymore, and I don't know where to watch it, so I looked, I tried, I really did, I really do, but I couldn't find it. Next on my list is a show that I literally haven't thought about in years, but when it was on, my jam. Legend of the Seeker. I literally just added this last minute, so I have no idea how I'm going to explain this show. The show's about a boy named Richard Cypher, and he is just living his life, just doing what he do, and suddenly everyone just starts dying around him. Kind of like a Jesus story going on here. Not Jesus. Was it Jesus? No, this didn't happen to Jesus. I don't know where I got Jesus from. Joseph story happening. Supposedly, from this one town, there was supposed to be this savior called the Seeker born. So, the ruler had all of the babies in that town killed. But Richard survived. Richard grows up in another town raised by another family. until the day comes where he has to become the Seeker. And the Seeker's job is to sort of like, what is the Seeker's job? I don't know. What I remember the Seeker's job is just sort of like bringing peace, you know, everywhere, and he's supposed to overthrow the ruler, Darkenral. That his destiny is to overthrow the evil villain of the show, the ruler. Richard, the Seeker, a confessor, which when you watch the show you'll learn what that is, and a wizard, all on a quest to defeat Darkenral. Second season got a little weird for me, but overall I still enjoyed the show. Now I have no idea where you can watch this show because, like I said, I added this to my list last minute and wasn't able to do any research into finding where you can watch it. I would always presume that you could watch it on Amazon, either buying the actual copies of it or buying it digitally on there. Oh, I'm excited for this one. I love this one so much. Next is Sue Thomas, FBI. FBI, not FBI, not the I, but I. Why? That rhymed. At a very young age, Sue Thomas becomes deaf. So after becoming deaf, she's put into a school where she's able to learn how to read lips, speak, and do sign language. Years pass and Sue is ready to sort of move out on her own, become independent, and she actually gets a job working for the FBI. Only to kind of figure out that she's one of their special projects, that she's doing a job that is just doesn't need to do. After sort of figuring this out, she goes to speak with someone about this. I have no idea who it is. Who do you speak about this? You speak with HR? I don't know. She goes to speak with the office that she's supposed to speak. And she's like, hey, I don't want to be your special project. I want to be in the FBI doing a real job. Only to find out that they switched around all the offices and she's speaking with a special agent instead of the person she needs to be speaking with. During lunch, that same agent that she accidentally yelled at sits with her, and he finds out that she can read lips and that she's deaf. So fast forward a little bit, and he decides to ask Sue to help them. They need help with surveillance on footage that has no audio, so they need to know what the people are saying. So Sue helps them, and they realize that she has a skill that can really help them, so they want to put her on their team. That's why it's called Sue Thomas FBI, because I read them. That's actually kind of, like, if you really think hard about it, it's actually kind of dumb. But if you don't, you're like, oh, that's cute. But another cute thing about Sue Thomas is that it is based off a true story. There is an actual Sue Thomas who did work at the FBI. The only way I know how to watch Sue Thomas is if you actually buy the DVDs. Next on my list is Quantum Leap. Quantum Leap is about a doctor named Dr. Sam Beckett. Now he has a dream. He wants to be able to time travel at any point in your life. So he creates a machine to do just that. He's about to lose funding. So he decides to experiment with the machine too early. So he wakes up in somebody else's body, not knowing who he is, why he's there, what's up. Al, his coworker, and his friend can appear to him because of something called an imaging chamber. He can appear to Sam wherever he is in time, wherever he's leaped. So he lets him know why he's there, which is to fix an event that went wrong in that person's life. So the only thing about that is when he fixes the event, instead of leaping home, he leaps into somebody else, and then somebody else, and then somebody else. And then for 5 seasons, he's leaping into other people. And each leap, they're hoping that the next leap, he will leap home. Now, Quantum Leap is available, I'm sure, on Amazon digitally and to buy, and like the DVD is as well. Final show on my list is Go, Vive tu manera. Is a Spanish show on Netflix. Not exactly sure why we gave this show a chance. A lot of the times, if I'm looking for a show, I'll just read the plot, and if it sounds interesting, I'll just watch it and give it a chance, because that's how I found a lot of my hidden gem shows and movies. This show is dubbed in English, and actually lots of different languages. I have watched it in English, and I am now rewatching it in Spanish. Go is about a girl named Mia, and her dream is to attend St. Mary's. Even though it sounds like it is a Catholic school, which is what I originally thought, it is not. It is a performing arts boarding school. She begs her aunt if she can audition for a scholarship to get into St. Mary's. Mia's mother and father are both kaputs. They be gone. They bye-bye. Just realizing how telenovela this is and like explaining, like there's so much to explain to get the plot. Okay, so like, ready? We got Mia, Lupe, Juanma, and Alvaro. Juanma and Lupe are dating. Alvaro and Lupe are siblings. Lupe sees Mia at her audition, despises her immediately, and is the reason why she doesn't get into the school. But her father has some sort of secret relationship with the aunt, and he gets her into the school. Confusing? Imagine trying to explain it. And the show is sort of about her trying to fit into the school, make friends, join the club she wants, and sort of live out her and her mom's dream. And of course, like I said, there's a very telenovela vibe to this, so there's a lot of drama that happens with her and all her main clique of characters. It's on Netflix, so just go give it a try. Like, even if you didn't even understand what I was saying, because I barely understood like what I was speaking. It was like ridiculous. I have no idea what just happened. Just go watch it on Netflix. I did it. I'm done. I explained them all. It only took me about an hour and a half, but I did it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you now have some shows to watch, and I hope you're staying safe.